What's up, guys? My name is Gabriel Boye, and I'm a Facebook ads expert, and I've been in the marketing game since 2016. And during the course of my career, I've spent over $15 million on ads. And today, I want to share with you the number one secret to high converting ads. This is the secret that most marketers never figure out, no matter how much time or money they spend. And guess what, guys? It has nothing to do with targeting. This presentation is for the digital marketers, the media buyers, the agency owners, and the business owners that are running their own Facebook ads. Whether you're brand new to marketing or you're an experienced vet, this is definitely the place for you if you want to level up your marketing career. If your ads keep burning out, or they cost too much, or you never seem to produce consistent winning ads, I first want to start off by saying that you're not alone, okay? But the problem isn't your targeting, it isn't the algorithm. It's the fact that you're running weak ad creatives. Now, for those of you guys who are not familiar with the term ad creative, an ad creative is basically the ad itself, with the image and the copy written on the writing and all that stuff. It's the actual ads themselves, and you're running very weak ad creatives. If your ad creatives do not manage to stop the scroll and connect with your audience, the algorithm punishes you, and that's when your cost starts to skyrocket, your campaign starts to die, and you're stuck in this cycle of having to rebuild from scratch again and again. In fact, studies show that 90% of Facebook ads never actually turn out a profit, and most creatives only last between 7 to 10 days before the performance drops. And I've seen it firsthand. Even in big agencies with big budgets and entire teams of designers, they struggle with this exact problem. So if you've been stuck in that cycle, it's not your fault. It's the way that the game is usually played, but that's until you learn how to fix the ad creative side. Now, imagine this instead. What if every ad campaign you launch managed to stop the scroll instantly? It connected with your audience, and you were able to produce consistent winning ads. Just imagine that for a second. No more wasted ad spend, no more guessing, just campaigns that actually work and you're able to scale. Just imagine how much easier your life would be, how much more time and money you would earn. And also, imagine the opportunities that could come out of this. But before we jump into the actual content itself, I just want to say that it's not your fault. What I'm about to share with you is some of the biggest industry secrets that top marketers don't want you to know about. I know exactly how it feels to launch ad after ad that just don't work because I was there myself. You see, back in the day, I used to work for a marketing agency called Maxi Media, where I was basically required to mass produce ads. I was personally creating 20 ads a day just to have most of them shut down a few days later. Maybe I would get like 4 or 5 that were having good results, but most of my colleagues were actually only able to create about 10 ads a day. To have maybe 1 out of 10 actually convert. Most of my team actually leaned on the graphics department, but their ads were slow, they were kind of ugly, and honestly, they would never work. I quickly learned that graphic designers don't know a thing about marketing. They just follow instructions. And if the marketer doesn't understand hooks or the psychology behind marketing, their ads were dead before they even launched. Now, I had a little bit of an unfair advantage. I came from the affiliate marketing world, and I understood things like hooks and why people clicked. So I was able to completely skip the graphics team and create my own creatives. They were simple, they were clean, and they were scroll stopping. And right out of the gate, that made me 90% better of the other media buyers on the floor. But here's the problem. Even though my ads looked great and got clicks, they didn't always convert. I could grab attention, but I couldn't always close the sale. And I had an extremely low cost per click, but I had a very high link click-through rate. And I was wasting a lot of money, wasting time, and I was still stuck working overtime, mass producing ads that went ultimately nowhere. And I don't know about you, but that's not why I got into the marketing game. I wanted freedom, not to be chained up to be pumping out 20 ads a day. I wanted to fix this problem, but the only way I could do that was by learning how to copywrite. Let me explain real quick. I was able to get clicks on my ad. Okay, people would see my creative, I would get clicks, but when they would go to read the actual copy, they wouldn't click through the link. So that's what it means. When you're getting a lot of engagement rates, but you're not getting a lot of click-through rates, that's when you know that's where your bottleneck is, and that's usually linked to the copy. So I already solved the ad creative part where my designs were grabbing attention, but people, once they were reading my ad, they weren't sold and they weren't going through the next step. And the only way to do that was by learning the art of copywriting. Now, copywriting is the art of selling with words. It's how you write ads, emails, landing page that actually make people want to buy. And after spending thousands of dollars on copywriting courses and studying literally countless of ads and funnels of some of the biggest marketers in the world, I finally did. Once I layered copywriting onto my ad creative skills, that's when everything changed. Nearly every single ad that I launched became a winner. And because of that, my workload decreased dramatically. In less than a month, I went from being just another media buyer to top earner in the entire company in record time. My boss even paid me thousands of dollars to show him and his team how I did it. And the company actually skyrocketed from there and quickly became one of Canada's largest marketing agencies. Check out this screenshot of this ads manager right here. This was an account that I was running. And as you can see, the cost per lead is so low. The average was between $20 and $40 per lead. This is the industry average, but we were getting them for $3 on average. We spent $500, got 161 leads. This client was thrilled, called me up saying how I was doing phenomenal work. And guess what, guys? I never actually had to turn off any campaign ever in this niche. And these were qualified leads. They were entering like their phone number, their name, their email, even their address. And this is the kind of results we were getting out of this, and just insane results. And this wasn't a one-time fluke. I worked for another company selling keto meal plans. And I launched one campaign on day one, and 6 months later, that same ad was still alive and crushing it. Meanwhile, my colleagues were burning through ads with nothing to really show for it. I literally spent 6 months monitoring the same campaign and slowly scaling it. That was my entire job. As you can imagine, my workload kind of decreased dramatically. Sometimes I would just glance at my phone and that was my entire workday. But that is just to tell you the power of knowing how to do ad creatives. They last for months. They always last a long time. Once you know how to do them, they last for way more than the average. And later on, I even launched my own agency. And this skill gave me a massive advantage. Every campaign worked. Clients were thrilled. My income exploded. And most importantly, I finally had control of my time and freedom because I didn't have to create ad after ad after ad. I would just be able to create one ad, launch it, and it'd work. And the best part is that it isn't luck. It's a repeatable system, a process that I use across every niche, every campaign, and every client. A system that doesn't just make ads, it makes winning ads. And inside the Ads Creative Masterclass, I am going to hand you that exact system. Look, the truth is that most marketers fail because they never learn the real formula behind a high converting ad. And that's exactly why I've created this masterclass. I am going to show you my 11 block copywriting formula. This is the same one that top marketers use in their ads. And number 2, for the killer combo, I paired this formula with my simple but stunning creative techniques. That means you'll be able to create scroll stopping ads even if you have zero design skills. and actually know why they're going to convert. I'm going to teach you the exact process that helped me go from spinning my wheels to becoming the top earner in record time. Okay. So when you join the Ads Creative Masterclass today, what you're going to get is in module 1, you're going to learn the 11 blocks to high converting ad copy. Now, this is the secret framework behind the world's highest converting ads. And once you see these 11 blocks, you'll never look at an ad the same way again. You'll instantly know why some are crushing it and others just don't work. You'll be able to rebuild any ad into a winning ad on demand. Now, let me explain to you why it's so valuable, because good copy isn't luck, it's a structure. And once you understand these blocks, you'll be able to build battle-tested ads for any product, any funnel, anytime, and know with confidence that your ads are going to convert. Now, I could have charged $997 for this product alone, because it's literally the difference between throwing darts in the dark and having a repeatable system that produces winners. But today it's part of the package. So when you see this on the stack, remember, you're getting a plug and play copy blueprint used in real campaigns. It's not theory, it's not fluff. It's the actual blocks that makes ads convert. Next, you're going to get my 21 high curiosity hook formulas to get your audience hooked to your content. Now, this one's actually pretty important, because if you don't hook someone in the first 3 seconds, you've actually already lost the game. These are my top 21 go-to hook formulas, the exact ones I use every single time I sit down to write an ad or an email or even a webinar intro. They're simple, they're plug and play, and they just work. Here's the kicker. Inside, I put the number 1 highest converting hook in the world. The single hook that has outperformed every other formula out there. And once you have this one in your back pocket, guys, you'll never have to struggle to grab attention again. So instead of racking your brains for hours, you can literally open this up, swipe one of the formulas, and have a hook that stops the scroll, sparks curiosity, and pulls your audience straight into your ad. Now, again, this isn't fluff. This is the front door to every high converting ad campaign. If your hook sucks, then nothing else matters. So that's why I put the value to this of $497, because the right hook can be worth millions to a business owner. All right, so this next bonus is super, super, super special. It's the Dan Kennedy AI copy system. Okay, now I want you to imagine having Dan Kennedy sitting on your shoulders, writing and tweaking and multiplying your ads for you instantly, anytime you need it. Dan Kennedy is the godfather of direct response marketing, the strategist behind campaigns that have generated billions of dollars. Entrepreneurs happily pay him $100,000 plus per sales letter to craft words that sell. He's trained and influenced the top marketers alive today, including people like Russell Brunson, which means even if you've never heard of his name, you've already been influenced by his work. So instead of spending years trying to master copywriting or spending $100,000 on hiring someone like Dan, I'm going to show you how you can get instant access to his style, his voice, and strategies for free. It's like having the world's greatest copywriter working for you on demand without the $100,000 invoice. After that, we're going to jump into module 2, the Ads Creative Secrets. And inside this module, you're going to learn to design like a pro without being one. Listen, when I worked at these big agencies, I'd wait days for a designer to send me back an ad, and half the time it wasn't even usable. So I built my own system. Now in just a couple minutes, I'm able to create ads that look so professional without Photoshop, without paying $500 per designer, and without wasting time waiting on someone else. So here's what you're going to learn in this module. The visual trust formula. the simple design tweaks that instantly boost conversion. Now, the number one design mistake that kills ad performance happens to be also the easiest one to fix. And I'll show you how to flip it into your secret weapon that will instantly boost conversions. And I'm talking about something that will build major trust between you and your prospect. This alone is valued at $297. Up next, we have the weird ad creative hacks. These are strange little tweaks that almost no one talks about, yet they instantly make your ads stand out and get clicked. They're simple, they're sneaky, and they turn meh ads into winners overnight. And once you see them, you'll never run another boring ad ever again. They are so powerful and work so well that I never do an ad without incorporating at least one of these hacks. And then finally, as another bonus, you're going to get the ultimate ad creative swipe files. Now, this is my private collection of ads that I've collected over the years that were working in the real world. So instead of wasting time and money trying to guess what kind of ads will convert, you'll have direct access to proven examples that you can model, swipe, and use for inspiration whenever you're creating your own ads. You could think of it like a cheat code for ad creation because you're not starting from scratch. You're going to start from something that's actually already winning. So just having access to this library alone can save you months of trial and error. And honestly, I could have charged $97 for this alone, but it's free today for you as part of this package. And because this is a build as you learn model, by the end of the class, you're going to have a finished high converting ad campaign ready to launch immediately or to add in your portfolio. And as if this isn't already a good enough deal, you guys are also going to be plugged into our Ads Creative Masterclass community where you guys could share ideas, revise each other's ads, and so on and so forth, and make new friends. Who knows? It's an open community with just our Ads Creative Masterclass students inside. I'll be in there too, of course, but it's a place where we could all group up, discuss more about ads, and show off what our creations and maybe ask for each other's opinions for the next ad you're going to launch. It's a fantastic place to be in. Anyways, all of this, the entire masterclass plus the community is available today for just $97. Normally, I want to charge $1,000 for these strategies, but today I'm offering it to you for a fraction of the price of $97 because here's the thing. I just launched this program on an online format and I need more testimonials from people like you. And guys, if you don't absolutely love this course within 7 days, I'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. And you guys could keep all the bonus books. But this offer is only valid for the first 100 students only. After that, that price is going to jump up to $997. So this is for the action takers only. So don't wait. And if you're here watching this video right now, that means there's still space. All right, guys. So just a quick recap before we end this video. When you join the Ads Creative Masterclass, here's what you're going to get. You're going to learn the 11 blocks to high converting ad copy. Essentially, you're going to learn how to write proper copywriting. And then as a bonus, I'm going to give you 21 curiosity hooks plus the #1 strongest curiosity hook in the world. And then I'm going to show you the Dan Kennedy AI copy system. Again, it's like hiring Dan Kennedy, but without paying the $100,000 invoice. Huge value right there. And then we're going to dive into building the actual art itself, and you just need to learn a few simple techniques here, but that are crucially important. So you got the visual trust formula, so simple design tweaks that instantly boost conversions. Then I'm going to give you the weird ad creative hacks, strange little tweaks that make your ads impossible to ignore. And then I'm going to give you guys the ultimate ad creative swipe files. And of course, this is my private vault of real world winning ads that you can model instantly. And of course, as part of this program, you're going to be put into our Ads Creative Masterclass community where all the marketers are going in there. We're sharing opinions. We're critiquing our work. If you're not feel so sure about the ad that you've built, you could just throw it in there, and we could give you guys like some pointers or whatever or you could throw it to Dan Kennedy. But this is our place of support where there's other marketers, super valuable stuff in there. And I can't wait to see you guys inside the community. I'll be there. Other marketers will be there. It's going to be just a crazy hyper marketing area, fantastic for brainstorming, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, we have a 7-day guarantee with all that. And again, all this for just $97, but only for the first 100 people only. If you're seeing this video, if you're here right now, it's because there's still room left. Now, go ahead, fill out the order form somewhere around this video, and I'll see you guys on the inside. And guys, hurry up before it's too late, because I don't know how many spots we have left. We could have maybe 50 spots, or we can have just one left. So without hesitating, go fill out the order form on the side of this page, and I'll see you guys inside the course. Cheers.